Hi everyone, my name is Sascha, and today we're going to be reading Officer Buckle and Gloria. This book is written and illustrated by Peggy Rathman. And importantly, this book is the winner of the Caldecott Medal for Illustration, which means that it's won an award for perfect and wonderful illustrations and drawings. A huge thanks to the Scholastic Publishing Company for publishing this wonderful book. Now before we begin, I'd like to leave you with one thought. This book is about teamwork. Now let's read on and figure out why teamwork plays such an important role, not only in this book, but also in all of our lives. Officer Buckle knew more safety tips than anyone else in Knappville. Every time he thought of a new one, he thumbtacked it to his bulletin board. Safety tip number 77, never stand on a swivel chair. Officer Buckle shared his safety tips with the students at Knappville School. Nobody ever listened. Sometimes there was even snoring. Afterward, it was business as usual. Mrs. Topple, the principal, took down the welcome banner. Never stand on a swivel chair, said Officer Buckle. But Mrs. Topple didn't hear him. Then one day, Knappville's police department bought a police dog named Gloria. When it was time for Officer Buckle to give the safety speech at the school, Gloria went along. "Children, this is Gloria," announced the officer. "Gloria obeys my commands. Gloria, sit." And Gloria sat. Officer Buckle gave safety tip number 1. Keep your shoelaces tied. The children sat up and stared. Officer Buckle checked to see if Gloria was sitting at attention. She was. Safety tip number 2, said Officer Buckle. Always wipe up spills before someone slips and falls. The children's eyes popped. Officer Buckle checked on Gloria again. Good dog, he said. Officer Buckle thought of a safety tip he had discovered that morning. Never leave a thumbtack where you might sit on it. The audience roared. Officer Buckle grinned. He said the rest of his tips with plenty of expression. The children clapped their hands and cheered. Some of them laughed until they cried. Officer Buckle was surprised. He had never noticed how funny safety tips could be. After this safety speech, there wasn't a single accident. The next day, an enormous envelope arrived at the police station. It was stuffed with thank you letters from the students at Knappville School. Every letter had a drawing of Gloria on it. Officer Buckle thought the drawings showed a lot of imagination. Now, let's think about this. Why might it be that Officer Buckle's safety speech this time around was so successful? Exactly. I think it's because he was with Gloria, and they made a great team. Now, do you guys have any thoughts on why Officer Buckle and Gloria made such a great team? Well, in my opinion, Gloria entertained the children, and she was being a very cute dog, and Officer Buckle helped by giving the very useful information to keep the children safe. Let's read on to find out what else Officer Buckle and Gloria can do together. Officer Buckle's favorite letter was written on a star-shaped piece of paper. It said, "You and Gloria make a good team. Your friend, Claire. P.S. I always wear a crash helmet. Safety tip number 7. So as we can see, it turns out that the children were listening to Officer Buckle and Gloria. Officer Buckle was thumbtacking Claire's letter to his bulletin board when the phone started ringing. Grade schools, high schools, and daycare centers were calling about his safety speech. "Officer Buckle," they said, "our students want to hear your safety tips, and please bring along that police dog." Officer Buckle told his safety tips to 313 schools. Everywhere he and Gloria went, children sat up and listened. After every speech, Officer Buckle took Gloria out for ice cream. Officer Buckle loved having a buddy. Then one day, a television news team videotaped Officer Buckle in the State College auditorium. When he finished safety tip number 99, do not go swimming during electrical storms, the students jumped to their feet and applauded. Bravo, bravo, they cheered. Officer Buckle bowed again and again. That night, Officer Buckle watched himself on the 10 o'clock news. The next day, the principal of Natville School telephoned the police station. Good morning, Officer Buckle. It's time for our safety speech. Officer Buckle frowned. I'm not giving any more speeches. Nobody looks at me anyway. Oh, said Mrs. Topple. Well, how about Gloria? Could she come? Someone else from the police station gave Gloria a ride to the school. Gloria sat on stage looking lonely. Then she fell asleep. So did the audience. After Gloria left, Natville School had its biggest accident ever. Now, why do we think it is that when Gloria gave her speech alone, there was an accident? Does this have anything to do with the fact that when Officer Buckle gave his speech by himself, nobody listened? Well, I think it's because they're such a good team. And when you're a team, you need your partner and the other person. You do teamwork and you excel together. It started with a puddle of banana pudding. Splat, splatter, sploosh. Everybody slid smack into Mrs. Topple, who screamed and let go of her hammer. The next morning, a pile of letters arrived at the police station. Every letter had a drawing of the accident. Officer Buckle was shocked. At the bottom of the pile was a note written on a paper star. Officer Buckle smiled. The note said, Gloria missed you yesterday, your friend, Claire. P.S. Don't worry, I was wearing my helmet. Safety tip number 7. Gloria gave Officer Buckle a big kiss on the nose. Officer Buckle gave Gloria a nice pat on the back. Then, Officer Buckle thought of his best safety tip yet. Safety tip number 101. Always stick with your buddy. Now, what do we think that the important message of this story was? What do you think that Officer Buckle learned throughout this journey? Well, exactly. I think that Officer Buckle learned that he should always stick with his buddy because friends are what matter most. Once again, everybody, this book is called Officer Buckle and Gloria by Peggy Rathman. Thank you very much. I'm Sascha.